What's going on, everybody? It's Joel here, and it is Saturday, October 15th. I am just heading out to the RepFitness California warehouse grand opening. So I thought I would do like a little vlog about it. Probably talk about the Lightning too, because I know a lot of you guys out there have been wondering about the truck and what I think about it. And this is honestly going to be the first like long drive that I've taken in it. So Moval from Simi Valley is like 2 hours away, so it's pretty good amount of range. It's 100 miles one way, 102 miles. I charged the Lightning up to 100% last night and got 282 miles of range. And it's a little cold today. Like, I mean, it's not cold, it's like 64 degrees. It rained a little bit last night, but I mean, that's in the 1,000 miles that I've driven this car, that's already about 20 miles off the top end range, which is like 300. I think was it 300? 300, yeah. So that's a little disappointing. Hopefully that's just the cold weather. But anyways, I'm gonna focus on driving on the road. Oh, another thing is Blue Cruise. I don't really trust it. Like, it just doesn't feel as good as Tesla Autopilot. It works, and it's a little bit more annoying in that if you were to take your eyes off the road, if you were to like look at your phone and everything, it sees that and it'll tell you to pay attention, which is good, because it's making you drive safer, but it's also a little bit annoying. But anyways, yeah, back to the road. I got a long drive ahead of me. I got another hour and a half to go. Alright guys, so I am about 30 minutes away from Moreno Valley. Like I said earlier, I'm going to the RepFitness grand opening for their California warehouse. It is a little bit far, but these things don't really happen that often in California. So I decided actually at the CrossFit Games that I need to make it out to more things, more events and stuff like that. So this one wasn't terribly far, so I decided to go. Plus, hopefully I can pick up some stuff. I've been in contact with RepFitness. Not a whole lot, but they know that I'm coming. They expected there to be a big turnout. They're going to be like raffling stuff off. Honestly, I don't even really know what to expect. I'm just kind of going out there to just be there. Plus, I don't really have anything to do on this Saturday as well. And I wanted to take the Lightning out on a drive. So I have 30 miles to go. I have 200 miles on my range left, and I started today off with 281, so I'm down 80. So roughly, it's pretty accurate, like as far as the range goes. I think the range on this car is for sure more accurate than what you see on like Teslas. I mean, if you got like 250 miles of range on a Tesla, you realistically only have like 200 miles of range. And I drive with a pretty heavy foot and everything, so I drive pretty aggressively. But I mean, that's one of the differences that I've noticed so far between the two different EVs. Obviously, charging the Tesla is way easier than charging the Ford. One thing I hate about the Ford charging is that the charger doesn't lock in to place. Even when you lock the car or anything, anybody can walk by and take it out. Whereas Tesla locks into place. I haven't figured out a way to enable that lock. Another thing is, I do not like the Ford app. I think it's a pile of poop. Like the Tesla app, once you get that, it's like so much better than the Ford app. It's not even close. Like on the Mach-E, for some reason, you can use the phone as a key, but on the Lightning, you can't use the phone as a key, which is weird. Another thing that I didn't like about the Lightning is that it doesn't like lock as you walk away from the car. Like there's no proximity lock, and I feel like that's pretty standard nowadays. There's a keyless entry and everything, like it'll light up, and you have to touch the handle to unlock it. There's a little button on the outside of the handle so that you can lock it, but there's no like proximity lock. I don't understand why that isn't a thing. So I did get the Lariat model, so I got the leather seats, I got the sunroof, I got the upgraded stereo, and I was originally going to buy the XLT, and I noticed that there wasn't a whole lot of difference in price by the time I added everything on to the XLT to make it pretty similar to a Lariat. So I just got the Lariat because I wanted the leather seats and I wanted the sunroof, which is pretty cool. I did get the extended range battery because I wanted to power my house, but you know, after I saw how much it cost to install the like, I don't know, power inverter for your house so that you can so you can power your house, that was another 10 grand more. So you got to think 10 grand for the extended range battery and then another 10 grand to do the thing that powers your house. So keep that in mind when shopping for your F-150 Lightning. If I were to do it again, I probably would not have gotten the extended range battery. But otherwise, I really like the car. Like I think driving it is a blast. It's freaking fast. Like the throttle response is crazy compared to the Teslas, which have kind of a more sluggish throttle response. Granted, I don't have a performance model. I only have a standard and a long range. The Model Y is long range. The Model 3 is a standard. But yeah, I love driving this thing. I really like the light bar in the front. I like the way that it looks. Surprisingly, nobody really notices it, but I guess that's unsurprising too, because the people, I mean, Ford didn't really want it to be like an EV. They wanted it to be like a normal truck that has, you know, electric power. But yeah, it kind of just blends in. But I think it looks pretty cool compared to a normal F-150. One thing that I do not care for is the sound system. The sound system is a Bang & Olufsen sound system, which B&O is typically like, it's high end when you talk about like the world of audiophiles and whatnot. At least it was when I was selling audio equipment, and the audio it's not, I don't think it's that great. Like, I've heard other reviewers say that it's pretty good, but listening to hip hop and listening to EDM, it's not great. The bass response is a little weak. The bass distorts pretty quickly. But the highs and mids are actually, they're not bad. But listening to the music that I want to listen to, yeah, it's not so great. But anyways, I am now, I've been talking for like 5 minutes now, so let me get back to driving, and by the time I get back on the camera, we'll probably be at RepFitness. Okay, I think we are just about here. It is now 10:04. My estimated time of arrival is 10:05. And yeah, so that's pretty spot on.
Turn right onto Nandina Avenue.
There you go. Thank you, Siri. So yeah, we're here. We're pulling up. Hopefully hopefully for them there's people, but hopefully for me there's not a lot of people, so I can get in. I don't really want to wait in line, and it's raining. Hopefully I can pick up some stuff too. Like, I don't even really know what I need, but I don't need anything, to be honest with you. I think I'm gonna buy the safety squat bar, maybe the open trap bar if they have it. But yeah, it's all stuff that I don't really need. And I have a lot of stuff to review already that I haven't reviewed. So
the destination is on your right, 24/773 Nandina
Got a good amount of people here.
All right.
Yeah, definitely line outside here. They got some squat racks outside. They got NutriShop here. And yeah, so let's see here. Where am I going? I don't even know where I'm going to park. Let me figure this out real quick. Okay, just parked. 104.5 total miles. Took an hour and 40 minutes to get here. 2.1 kilowatts per mile. So yeah, so we're here. I'm gonna try to figure out where to get in and probably meet some people. I guess I don't even know if anyone's gonna even recognize me, but we'll see. All right, so we are in the California RepFitness HQ in their showroom with literally every product that they have. Stuff that makes me jealous. I wish I now got the PR 5000. I only got the 4000. I don't know why I didn't just bring the extra like a couple $100 to get 5000 because these holes are so much cooler. Yeah, lots to take in over here. It was like pretty crazy maybe about an hour ago, and it's died down quite a bit. I mean, right now it's 12:24, opened at 9. Apparently people were like sleeping out. It's kind of crazy to get like the little goodie bags that they were giving away. But yeah, lots of cool stuff here. Literally, like I said, like literally everything from RepFitness. I picked up the safety squat bar. Again, that are all ready for me to take home. And that's actually the thing that I came for, but when I saw the open trap bar, I knew I had to have it because that thing is pretty sweet. So here are all the bumper plates, and then we've got all of the benches. Here's the new redesigned AB 3000, which is really cool. Like, that's for sure the best budget bench right now. And then we got Shane and Ryan, and they were talking to Chad Wesley Smith back there. It was massive. And they're talking over the trap bar, which I would get a little bit closer, but I'm intimidated by it right now. Let's see, let's go on over to this way. We got like all the monostructural stuff. Some boxes, plyo boxes. Sled stuff here. Surprised by the 4-post sled. I wasn't actually expecting this to be as nice as it was. It's nice. And a little butcher sled. It's wide. Surprisingly wide. Like that's like the widest one I've ever seen. That's what she said. And then the GHD with a linear bearing. Also pretty nice. A little bit low to the ground. This is like the first time I've ever seen it in real life, but it worked, and it's a lot sturdier than I thought it would be. And then we got some storage stuff, and we also have some cable attachments. So they have like pretty much everything. And this is the functional trainers, but they're over there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, this is like their main showroom area. They got like a little bottom one, but this is the main one. Let's actually I'll go back to the bottom one, and then we'll take a look at the Aries, which is sweet. I wasn't expecting it to be as sweet as it was. Okay, so this is what you see when you first walk in. You got the GHD right there, and you've got the PR 5000 with the Aries cable attachment, which is, I mean, it's freaking badass. And then
don't buy Rep.
Yeah, don't. This is Shane.
None of this is any good. I highly recommend going else.
Yeah. He's been my tour guide today.
Yeah, man.
Taking me around. Very, very glad that and thankful that you had me here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been awesome.
And I'm glad that you guys are here on the West Coast.
Yeah, no, happy to be in California.
Yeah, man. There hasn't been anything for forever, or anything good for forever. So,
that's true.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy you guys are here.
Should be a good time.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Picked up my trap bar and my safety squat bar. So
Awesome.
I'm excited for that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you talking to Chad up there, and I was like,
oh yeah, Mr. Juggernaut, man.
I was like, this dude's big, man. I can't jump in here.
We took a photo together, and I was like, can you add like 5 inches to my arms? Yeah, 5 inches. Yeah.
He's a lot bigger in real life than you would think.
He's huge.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Juggernaut, I guess, like the name. To, like, it's not just the brand, he looks like the guy.
Yeah, like, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Pretty much.
Yeah, man. I was showing them.
Oh yeah, the Aries.
The Aries and the opening, kind of first thing that you see when you walk in. So it's a pretty nice setup, like just like you can envision your garage or your home gym to be pretty much just like this, and you have a pretty badass setup. Okay, so that pretty much concludes my visit to the RepFitness showroom, California. Walking away with some stuff. Got the Lightning loaded up here, this little bed. Tonneau cover that I have is the MX4 backflip, but anyways, let's talk about the equipment that I got. So I got the safety squat bar, and that's fairly new, right? That's come out within the last few months. And then, what else I got in here? I got the open trap bar, because fucking Brandon got one, so I have to get in on this deadlift contest with all these dudes. So I got influenced by seeing Brandon deadlift on it today. But it's pretty sweet. Like when I was up there, like I knew I had to get it. And then I got some functional trainer attachment, not functional trainer, just like lat pull down stuff, just some stuff that I needed. But yeah, that's it. Got the Lightning all packed up, ready to go. 100 miles back home. Probably gonna get some food before I go back home. And hopefully I can make it in one charge. That's kind of my goal. If I had to stop, no big deal. But otherwise, let's get this show back on the road. Hey, add this to one of the things that I hate about the F-150 Lightning. It's the backup noise. It is so annoying. I understand why it's there, because like people aren't gonna be able to hear the car. But man, it is a very annoying sound. They could have made it, I don't know, maybe a little bit cooler. But yeah, that's one of them. And there's another thing that I wanted to also kind of chime in on with my annoyances with this car. And that is the fact that one day I went to go buy something. I went to go buy a printer. Went and bought said printer, put it in my bed, trusted the electronic tailgate, or electronic power tailgate, and was driving home, and said printer flew out of my bed one day, that day, and it was a very, very frustrating experience. So I had to double check and make sure that, you know, my tailgate was closed and locked and everything, because I don't want that to happen again. That was very, very annoying. Now I have like this huge safety squat bar on top of it, which was a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. For some reason I thought like it was not gonna be that long, but the thing is freaking massive. But yeah, that's it. Going home, driving home.
Right
I'm gonna get some food
Boulevard.
now. All right, so hit a little bit of traffic going home, so I decided I should probably just stop, get some food. And so I stopped at Sonic's, because there's none around where I live, and I've got all this stuff in the trunk and I didn't want to leave it unattended, so I'm just at like the drive-thru at Sonic's. And we are now testing out the little platform to eat food off of, which is very, very handy if you've like ever eaten food in your car and you're like cramped up and whatnot. Plenty of space for me to eat here. Like I'm looking forward to this meal, even though I don't really like Sonic's. Like I'm indulging a little bit here. Probably gonna feel like a fat ass afterwards, but oh well, YOLO. Okay, I am finally home. It is now 4:13. I left this morning at 8 o'clock, just a little bit after 8. So been out for pretty much the whole day. The trip back took a little bit longer because I made some stops. I got some food. I stopped by a friend's place, and then I stopped by the gym to drop the safety squat bar off, because that thing's massive, and there's no way that I could probably finagle it into the garage, but I honestly don't even think that I could use that to squat with the amount of space that I have. So it just wasn't worth it. I brought it to the gym immediately. Real easy setup on that one. It was really quality piece. But anyways, so let's talk about the Lightning real quick. I have 60 miles of range. I left here with 281 miles of range, so comfortably made it back, no problem. That was not a doubt. I put on real miles 211 miles. 211 miles, which was the actual amount of mileage that I put. So it says that I'll get like, I mean, if you add that all up, plus the 60 miles of range, I'm going to get like 270 something miles out of that tank, or that charge. So not super duper accurate, but then I do drive a little crazy. Or not crazy, but a little bit aggressive. But yeah, long trips, very comfortable in this car. Like, these seats are like super comfortable. They just kind of, they don't really suck you in. It's because, you know, it's like a truck seat, right? So there's no bolstering or anything like that, but it's very, very comfortable. It's not too soft, it's not too hard. I think it's very comfortable, and it's very easy to get a good seating position in this car. Like, there's so much adjustability to the seats. I think it's like 10-way adjustable seats, and then you can adjust the pedals, you can adjust the steering wheel, and it all just kind of flows very, very nicely. The RepFitness event was cool. It was cool to be out there and meet Shane and Ryan. I've been talking to them for years, like ever since I first started looking at equipment, doing reviews, like 2012 was when I was looking to buy my first barbell, and I bought a kettlebell through them like way back in the day, and it was just them. You rode into them and it was just them. They were the guys handling the shipping, sending stuff out of their garage, and it's kind of crazy to see how far they've come and how far RepFitness has come. And it's not surprising to see, you know, why Rep is at the top of their game. They're really doing things in a good way, really trying to innovate in the space. So that's really cool. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know what else I need to talk about the car. It is what it is at this point, right? But yeah, that's the vlog today. Cars and RepFitness.